What is up, y'all? Goofy Rexy. Hope you guys are all doing well today. So in today's video, guys, I want to go over some changes that I would like to see, to the war store here. Obviously, this week has been kind of crazy with Ghost, not showing up in the war store because of, whatever the case was, right? Some bug where she was only showing up on the left side in the war store. Apparently that has been fixed now. Got me quite upset, I know. But that has been fixed now to where she's actually showing up, in other areas in the war store right now, which I think is good. Finally, that's a good thing, and I'm excited about that. But there's still, for me, like, it just kind of brought up the whole idea of some other things that they need to fix where it comes to the war store. Some things that they've already done, in game for some other areas, but even some other suggestions that I have as well, that I think would also improve, quality of life, and then also just make sense, to make those sort of changes to the war store. But let's dive into it, guys. I have my war store pulled up right now, and as I mentioned before, right, there's a lot of character. If I haven't mentioned, there's a lot of characters in the war store. You have X-23. That's really valuable and important because she's number one. She's a good character, great in PvP, great as a X-Force. We're on the X-Force team as a war offense team. Cable is there, but you can farm Cable. Cable has a node round due to Doom's influence, so you can actually farm him in a node. Graviton is important, I think, too. If you're an earlier player in the game, you're shooting, you're getting closer to level 70. If you don't have Zemo, having a full aim team with low investment, or little like 130, 150k team is good because you're going to be able to get through that Villains Chapter 7, 1, 2, and 3 so that you can then tackle the 4, 5, and 6 nodes so that you can then eventually get to Hela, right? But the point is, there's a lot of characters in the store. There's Sif, you need her for a legendary. There is minn-erva now that's been added. They've been adding characters to the store. Ghost is a new character, right? But they haven't really made improvements and made it better so that people could actually have a better experience when it comes to farming, characters in the store. One of the first things that I want to talk about is actually a quality of life improvement change that I would like to see them do. In the Blitz store and in the Raid store, when you come in and you click on this little eye icon right here, you click on this button, you can see the characters that are available in this store, right? Because typically, because of RNG, you're only going to, when you're farming, you're only going to see these 4 characters. Or if you choose to decide to go orbs, which is what I recommend, opening up orbs just because of the cost, like better value, I think from a cost standpoint. It's good to go with opening up orbs. But the point is that you can actually click on this icon and you can see the characters that are available in this orb. So who you can actually farm in the Raid store. Same thing with the Blitz store. But for an arena store, all the characters are always there, so you don't really have to worry about that. But for the war store, unless they show up here, if you're like a player that's just coming to the game, you're a month or so in, you just hit level 45, unless you're on Discord or on, Reddit or whatever, or asking a bunch of questions, you don't know exactly who is available in the war store. So it'll be nice if they had some sort of little icon here that you could click on that says, okay, well, these are the characters that are available in the war store. That's a nice little quality of life feature that I think that they could add, to the game that would be good for, like I said, newer players, just being aware of what you can actually find here, in the war store. And while we talked about Raid orbs and Blitz orbs, the next thing that I would like to see them do, and this is actually something that they would have to probably make 2 changes to, but I mentioned the first one is adding a character orb. So we have character orbs for Blitz, we have character orbs, for the Raid store, but in Arena you don't need character orbs. But for the war store, you do not have any character orbs, and I would like if they actually added that as a feature to the store. Now, I think obviously if you were going to do that with adding a character orb, you would also have to find a way for us to be able to get increased increased war store credits, because you would most likely, just like with the Raid store, just like with the Blitz store, you're using those credits in order to be able to open up orbs. I think there would have to be some sort of way too that you would have to increase the credits, for the war store, because you still want to use your war credits to farm your orange gear, right? Your mini uniques, your superior uniques, your G15s, your G14s, G14, mini uniques. So you definitely still will want to have credits to be able to do that stuff. But at the same time, let's also add a character orb so that you could pull those orbs. Because I guess, like, for me, I pull Blitz orbs a lot. Number one, because Domino's in there, so I want to be able to get Domino. But also, I just find that the value is better for me to pull orbs there or buy war currency. Same thing with the raid orbs. For a long time, all I did was just pull Blitz orbs and pull raid orbs just because of the cost factor. So if they were to include something like that into the war store, give us an orb that would cost less than the $13.75 if you were to target farm a character. I would like that very much, and I think that the community would accept that very much, as long as they also increase the amount of war store credits that you were able to get. I don't think it's too crazy of a request, also to ask for them to do that. I think the value would definitely be there, just because you have so many characters in this war store. Bro, like, give us a little bit of a way for us to be able to get some of those characters a little bit quicker. Now, like I said, I would definitely appreciate that. And I think that the community overall would also appreciate that as well. And then the other one for me is a simpler fix, which I think is what the community probably really wants for them to do, right? Increase the drop rates of characters, or increase the actual rate that characters show up in the store. But apart from that one, I would like to see them add an additional row, bro. Like, come on, man. Blitz, like raid, like for raid, you added this little row. Basically, it is basically just like they'd say whatever. You have this little change, right? And that they were like, yeah, get wrecked after that. But I think for the war store, because you've added so many characters to the store now, so many important characters, to the store. I'm thinking, like, man, Carnage is in the store too. Sinister's in the store, right? Two valuable characters. Because you added so many characters to the store, bro, like, let's give us an additional additional row here with at least one additional character, so that the options that we get better options for characters that are available in the store, just because so many of them are so valuable, that you need. So that would be the easy fix, of course. But I think I like the one that I like the most is definitely the character orbs. I think the character orbs could be extremely valuable, y'all. I know, like I said, yes, you would have to use some of your war credits, but if they were going to make that change, I would also like for them to also give you additional ways or better ways for you to be able to get war credits other than just the pack of shame in the store, right? Yes, I get war, but not just the pack of shame. Just give me an opportunity as well to be able to earn some more war credits moving forward. But listen, guys, this is my idea. Quick video here. Didn't want to tarry too long on it. Just 3 quick changes that I think they can make. Quality of life one, right? Let's see who's actually available to farm in the store, especially for newer players that are to the game. Just the information that they can actually see in game and not have to go on the social media platforms, to find that out. Also, character orbs, with increased war store credits, and of course, adding an additional row with all, like I said, with all the new characters. I think this would be a really good, valuable way to go about. But listen, guys, I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Let me know what your thoughts are. What are some additional changes that you would like to see with the war store that maybe I forgot to mention or I didn't realize here that you would recommend? Appreciate you guys much. Thank you for watching. Y'all be blessed and y'all be safe.